Welcome back to the Barrel Zone. We are starting super early today morning. I just wanted to get this out as quickly as possible. I really have two picks for today, but there are like 10 games that are off the board. We are going to run through them. I will tell you what my line would be for these with the expected pitchers. We will talk some NBA as well today, game six of the finals. I have a bet logged in for that, and I think I kind of got the hang of this series, so hopefully it will come through. All right, so the first game I really want to talk about is the Rangers Tigers game. It's basically a pick'em. Dunning and Skubal. I kind of like Detroit here. We've logged it in a bit earlier today. So Dunning with back-to-back starts against Detroit. So he was starting against them just before the All-Star break at home. He was carving them up. Had 44% call strikes plus whiffs. We went 5 innings, 6 Ks. He was looking good, but Dunning has really extreme home and road splits. This was at home. Now he's on the road, pitching against the same opponent in a pretty short time frame. And his innings are really limited. He went 68 pitches in the last outing, 64 in the one before. He's either going like 4 or 5 innings, depending on if it gets rough or not. I think the Tigers will do a bit better at home this time, sinking for the second straight time. As I said, low pitch count on Dunning, and he's still giving up almost 38% hard contact. He's woba on the road, as I said. He has pretty extreme splits, 391 woba on the road through the season. So yeah. Skubal, I think he's a bit slept on. Although, if you check the DFS pricing for today, I think both FanDuel and DK priced him correctly above Dunning. He only gave up more than 3 earned runs once in the last 2 months. And that came against the White Sox when he was facing them for the third time in like a 2 week period. So the guy has been really dealing. And he was facing solid competition, and he was looking good against way better teams than the Rangers. Skubal with a 12% swinging strike rate through the season, above 12%. He has a 27% K rate. Hard hit rate has been a bit too high, but it has been getting better lately. And besides the walk rate, he doesn't really have too many red flags. He has a 9.8% walk rate. But the Rangers, as a team against lefties, only walk 6.7% through the year. And with Tariq only pitching for the first time against the Rangers, he's also a lefty, not an easy guy to face if you see him for the first time. So overall, I really like everything for Detroit here, how this game sets up. And I think minus 107, minus 105, depending on where you look at the board, I think is a bit too cheap. So I logged in the the Detroit Tigers today on the money line. So we have lots of games that are off the board. I'm just going to run through them, tell you what my line would be, and why the game isn't on the board and what I expect. There is one where I expect to have a bet, and we will maybe talk about that one a bit more. So we have the Red Sox Blue Jays game. This was supposed to be Alek Manoah. He's still listed on the odds screen, but he's on the IL with a back issue, so it's going to be Hatch. He's got called up from AAA. He has been okay in AAA, but his FIP is like more than 2 runs higher than his ERA. He's stretched out to go 5 innings. Not a big strikeout guy, but he limits hard contact well. I would still look at only the Jays here. Garrett Richards has been terrible. Since the substance crackdown of the league, his spin rates are extremely down. His Sierra is above 5 through the season, whip at 1.68, 10% walk rate, hard hit rate above 38%. Against righties, he allows a 388 WOBA, 4.7 FIP. He has a 352 WOBA on the road. So it's Jay's or bust for me. With Hatch going 5 innings, I would make Toronto minus 130. I'm not sure if we will get value here, as the market really likes to fade Garrett Richards, which is completely understandable, of course. So, second game that's off the board is the Cincinnati game. It's Wade Miley, and we have Stock for the Mets. Stock is 31 years old. He only pitched 8 innings in the majors this year. He was traded from the Cubs. He has 1 start with the Cubs and 1 with the Mets. He was pitching 4 innings against Milwaukee the last time out, 2 earned, 5 Ks. He was looking decent, but I mean, he's a replacement level journeyman guy, not someone you should really be afraid of. Miley, coming off an 8-inning outing at Milwaukee, he went above 100 pitches again, just 4 Ks, but no earned runs. People are just waiting for the regression to happen to Miley, and it won't happen. He has a 2.8 ERA and a 4.1 Sierra, but the guy is really good at limiting hard contact. He has a 53% ground ball rate, 24% hard hit rate. His average exit velocity is 84 miles per hour, 5.5 degree average launch angle. I mean, all the underlying contact metrics are really good. The Reds bullpen has been tragic through the season, easily bottom 5 in the last month. But still, I make the Reds minus 138 here with Miley against Stock. I'm not sure if we will get value here, but I would easily fire on Cincinnati if we get any type of value. All right, next game that's off the board is the Padres game. This got rained out. This closed Padres minus 154 last night before the postponement. So Darvish hasn't pitched since July 8th. So yeah, pretty long time ago, and he gave up 10 earned runs on 14 hits in just 9 innings before the All-Star break. So he wasn't real good. Long layoff. I would just stay off this. Mueller has been solid, both in the majors and in the minors, but I just think books will reopen last night's closing line, and there is really no point in betting into that, as I'm kind of believing in closing lines being at least somewhat efficient. All right, Cardinals game. Cardinals pitcher isn't announced yet, but it's going to be Oviedo. He is getting the call back up. He was all right in the last outing. He went 80 pitches at San Francisco, 4 innings, 2 earned, 3 Ks, but not a guy I would really back at this point. I think he has some potential, but hasn't been really. I mean, he will need a few more years. And Williams for going for the Cubs. This is not a guy I will be backing. He was pitching in relief like 2 weeks ago. Before that, he was on the IL. Has a 1.6 whip through the season. Everything is looking really ugly in Williams' profile. I don't like either pitchers here or either team's offenses. So yeah, this one will be an easy skip for me. We have 2 more games that are off the board, but this one is interesting. I could see myself backing the Pirates today. We got Tyler Anderson and Arizona likely going with Widener, but we are not sure at this point. I couldn't find any solid info or announcement yet, but we will see. So I think Anderson is all right. He is coming off a 5-inning outing, 2 earned at the Mets, but before that he went 7 innings, no earned against Milwaukee. He only gave up 2 earned at Coors Field before that. 12% swinging strike rate. His walk rate is super low, 5.9%, only 30% hard contact. So yeah, I like these guys who are missing some bats, not walking anyone, and limiting hard contact. And I don't think you need any more than that against Arizona. Arizona in WRC Plus, they are 28th in the league in the last 30 days, 26th in WOBA. Their bullpen is dead last in FIP. They're a bit better against lefties, but I think Anderson is kind of good, and I'm not worried to back him here. Vinderin has been fine, but he only pitched 28 innings, 44% hard contact. He has a 26% line drive rate against righties, 367 wOBA at home, extreme fly ball guy. He's coming off a good start, but if you look at his stats through the season, he has been getting extremely lucky. 90% left on base rate through the season, 228 batting average on balls in play. So yeah, Arizona was closing around minus 120 yesterday, but there were like minus 130-ish lines out there. If we get the Pirates in a similar range, I'm looking at for like plus 115. Plus 115 would be a bet for me for sure with Anderson. I make Arizona here minus 104, so basically a pick 'em. All right, we have one more game to run through, and then we will talk some NBA. So LA hosting the Giants. It's Gray and Wood. Gray will be called up. He is the number 2 prospect for LA. We really don't have too much data on him. So he pitched just 15 innings in AAA this year. In 2019, he pitched in AA. So yeah, you cannot really take away much from that. But in 15 innings, he has a 39% K rate in AAA. Scouts really like him. Based on what I read, I think he will be fine. But you cannot, you don't know what to expect from him in his first start. He went 4 innings just 5 days ago. I would probably expect him, with LA being super conservative with these guys, for Gray to go like 3 innings or so. Alex Wood has been great for the Giants. He had three decent starts in a row after hitting a bit of a rough patch earlier. I make LA minus 127. Might be a bit too conservative, but we see. I'm kind of impressed by the Giants just not falling off the cliff. Their underlying metrics are still pretty decent even through the last few weeks, and they are just hanging around. All right. So as for baseball, I like the Detroit Tigers today. Log that in, and I will be looking to back the Pirates with Tyler Anderson. We don't have an Arizona pitcher confirmed yet, but yeah, we will have soon. All right, some NBA talk. Spread is 5. Game is in Milwaukee. This is Game 6, of course. Early action has been a bit of money came in on the Suns. If you check the money line move, Penny opened up plus 182, and the Suns are plus 168 at this point. Spread steady at 5, total steady at 222. I like the under. I kind of hoped for a high-scoring game in Game 5 so we can come back on the under, and it came through. Both teams have been unsustainably hot, in my opinion, offensively. We are talking about 65% effective field goal percentage for one team and 63% for the other in the last game. The 3-point shooting has been lights out for the Suns, and Holiday had this great game, but basically this was his first really strong offensive showing. He has been up and down, but mostly down. Terrible shooting through this series. He's asked a lot of on the defensive end, and he's still the primary playmaker for this team. And you are now asking him to score as well. I think Holiday will have obviously a down game compared to Game 5, and the Bucks are playing it really smart. They are fine with Phoenix shooting from the mid range. Obviously, Milwaukee is getting to the rim, going after these easy buckets, although they didn't in the last game. But the Suns from mid range, so like around 50% of all their shots are mid range jumpers, and they are kind of hitting them. But if you're shutting down Booker's passing game, he basically had like no assists for like 3-4 games. And if CP3 is the only guy that's trying to involve the rest of the group, I don't think this Suns offense is too scary. So yeah, and the other thing, I mean, it's game 6. The defenses have adjusted somewhat. I think we will see just a natural regression from the both of these offenses, especially Holiday. I think Aiton is doing a pretty good job at keeping Giannis back at least from a monster game. And I mean, these are young guys on the Phoenix team. We could see some. I mean, being an elimination game, high stakes. We could see. Okay, this is kind of a narrative land, but we could see some extra misses because of maybe some choking going on there. And I mean, that's kind of true for CP3 as well. But I don't think I still don't think he's 100% healthy. I know that the stats did look okay the last time, but I don't know. He's just a bit, I don't know, invisible. So yeah, I think the Bucks defense is super strong. They have been looking great, forcing the Suns to shoot from mid range and outside. I don't think the Suns will shoot that well in this game. Overall, I'm expecting the Bucks to win this one, but I wouldn't lay the 5 points. I think this could be like really close, coming down to one or two possessions in the end. But I'm certainly expecting a lower scoring game, and this is the highest total we have so far. Game 6, and we have the highest total. So yeah, I have to go with the under. I think that's the smart play here, coming off a high scoring game 5 where everyone was hitting all their shots. And yeah, I expect the Bucks to close it out tonight, and I think yeah, it's well deserved. All right, thanks for tuning in. So summing it up, I like the Detroit Tigers today on the money line. I took the under in the NBA Finals game 222, and I will be looking to back the Pittsburgh Pirates with Tyler Anderson if we get something around plus 115. All right, thanks for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, and good luck with your wagers. If you want to tell mine, you know where to go. Patreon.com/the Barrel Zone. You can join the Discord channel there. And yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys. Peace out.